Hello everyone. In this video, we will be learning about program input output. We are group 5 from Q division. So first of all, we will learn about modes of data transfer. So first, what is data transfer? Data transfer refers to the secure exchange of large files between systems or organizations. The data structure can be handled by various techniques. Some of the modes use CPU as an intermediate path, others transfer the data directly to and from the memory unit, and this can be handled by three following ways. So the first is programmed input output, second is interrupt driven input output, third is direct memory access DME. So first is programmed input output. The programmed input output is the most simple type of input output technique for the exchanges of data or any types of communication between the processor and the external devices. With programmed input output, data are exchanged between the processor and the input output module. Uh, when the processor issues a command, it must wait until the input output operation is completed. If the processor is faster than the input output module, this is the wasteful of processor's time. Second is interrupt driven input output. An interrupt input output is a process of data transfer in which an external device or a peripheral informs the CPU that it is ready for communication and requests the attention of the CPU. Processor issues an input-output command, continues to execute other instructions, and is interrupted by the input-output module when the latter has completed its work. Third is direct memory access (DMA). Direct memory access is a method that allows an input-output device to send or receive data directly to or from the main memory, bypassing the CPU to speed up memory operations. The process is managed by a chip known as DMA controller. The the input-output module and main memory exchange data directly without processor involvement. You can see the input-output techniques in this table. Now we will learn about input-output commands. The first one is control. Control command is used to activate a peripheral devices and tell a peripheral what to do. Peripheral devices includes monitors, mouse, keyboards, etc. The second command is test. This command is used to test various status conditions associated with an input-output module and its peripheral devices. The third one is read. The read command causes the input-output module to obtain an item of data from the peripheral devices and place it in an internal buffer for further program. The third one is write. The write command causes the input-output module to take an item from the data and use it in a program that the user want to execute. We can observe the complete flow process of input-output module and the uses of input-output commands in this flowchart. The command which users give to input-output module is called input-output instructions. The method that is used to transfer information between internal storage and external input-output devices is known as input-output interface. The CPU is interfaced using special communication links by the peripherals connected to any computer system. With programmed input-output, there is a close correspondence between the input-output related instructions that the processor fetches from the memory. When the processor main memory share a common bus, two modes of addressing are possible. First is memory mapped input output, second is isolated input output. Memory mapped input output. Memory mapped input output uses memory from the main memory. Any instruction which refers to memory can be used. Memory mapped input output devices are treated as memory locations on the memory map. Second is isolated input output. Isolated input output uses separate memory spaces. Limited instructions can be used, like for example in, out, ins, outs. The addresses for isolated input devices are called ports. So we will learn about advantages and disadvantages of input-output modules. Advantages are they allow the CPU to view a wide range of devices in a simple-minded format. CPU does not need to know details of timing, format, or electronic mechanics. CPU only needs to function in terms of simple read and write commands. Disadvantages are input-output modules may need more circuitry to recognize larger addresses, and the input-output module generally slows down the bus performance, and it also slows down the ability of computer to process data. That's it. Thank you for listening.